They're top 3. And Vici Gaming at the moment is a quote-unquote only top 8. It's still pretty good though, don't get me wrong. And they are definitely, as I said, on the way to perhaps becoming top 6. Let's see what they have in store for each other here for game 2 though. Ob.Neon is going to open up with a puck. Not letting it get into the hands of Vici Gaming this time around. And they ban out PYW's Shadow Shaman.
I love their 2 bans. I think Vici Gaming, they look the strongest when they have heavy teamfight positions. Phoenix is usually the center point together with the Mars, and Shadow Shaman just completely a comfort zone for Vici Gaming.
Yeah, I think this is a better position for Neon to be in the draft because they have the first pick, so they get their hands on the puck.
And they also get the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, we talked about it. This is where they've looked good. Scam not playing those hard carries, playing these tempo carries, and they know they're not going to get in the second phase, so if they want to get his Nature's Prophet, they got to get it now.
And it's also very flexible. You can't really say for sure. I would bet my money that puck is on the mid lane versus the Void Spirit, right? But the Nature's Prophet, you can't be sure if it's Instant Alchemist.
Does mean that the Alch makes it through. We saw it second phase ban, so Vici Gaming knew that they had to take it now, otherwise they would not be able to get their hands on it. Vici Gaming is a team that had all 11 play it earlier in the tournament, like yesterday.
And it's with this combination with Void Spirit, right?
Yeah, and very good, I feel like, in lane, if it is going to be that safe lane Nature's Prophet. You don't want to be feeding an Alchemist treants. You can't really send them at him because he just drops down the acid spray. He's going to easily kill them off, so...
And you can see Ob.Neon, they're expecting exactly that because they've banned out the Monkey King. Now you probably want that Juggernaut as well out if you're Ob.Neon. All these, there we go.
Axe carries.
All these heroes that are good with Aghanims, really. We've seen today one Alchemist offlane with the Weaver. I don't like that much. Weaver is probably one of the worst carries that you can buy that Aghanims for. You give him stats, sure, but the active is so bad on a carry Weaver. You want to usually save that for yourself. Time-lapse, that is.
It's more like if Weaver buys an axe, generally that would be the later stages of the game where you have the luxury to do that, or perhaps you're playing a more position 3 to 4 type of Weaver where you have to let someone else take most of the farm and you can still, you know, save your main carry, because all of a sudden you're saving someone else rather than focusing on your own game and your own damage output.
If someone else is there's focal point, if someone else on your team is the first target that they always jump, then sure. But if you're the win condition, there's no way you can save anyone else but yourself.
But I don't think we have to worry about a Weaver coming out from either of these teams. It's not really, it's not really their favorite. We have the Lion ban coming out from Ob.Neon. Want to avoid getting some of that catch on the puck. Any more catch anyway.
Shadow Shaman banned out. The only other left remaining is the Lion. We've seen it played by Kaka, the other teams as well, Aster, so they just banned out.
Why is PYW going to play? So many heroes of him banned out already. Mirana still in.
And Vici themselves banning all the 4 positions, not the ones that PYW plays as much, but...
They played Earth Spirit as well. They banned it out.
Luna is great with the Ags.
Position 5 Luna?
Position 4 or 5 Luna. Give the Ags to Luna.
I mean, I wouldn't mind
Maybe
it.
the second
one.
I actually think that that magic build Luna is extremely strong if you can squeeze it in the draft sometimes. I think the last time I saw it was Matu playing it, but yeah, they go with an ET. This should be your DY hero, but as well, another one of these heroes that just loves having Aghanims. If you even up on position 4.
PYW has played ET one of the games, but yes, it's mostly been DY. The time where he played it, by the way, it was a Luna 5. I just want to point that out.
There you go. Just get.
It's wishful thinking. They go for the gyrocopter. Another one of the like. If you can't get the monkey, gyrocopter is a hero that has been tried with.
Keep in mind, this could be 5 as well.
It could be 5. Sure.
Yeah, they have played it before. This is DY, Innocence, all these players in the Chinese region on position 5, they've played Luna and Gyro. So,
but looking like it's going to be an ET Gyro lane. I think it's
for sure.
It's a great axe carry. I like against the Pengo because it's just a hero that at least early mid game doesn't care about the disarm as much. You can kind of zone him away with the homing missile. You've got the magic damage.
Getting that Agnims early on allows you to perhaps get a BKB or SNY, so you're a little bit tankier as well.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to worry about just being blown up by one Nature's Fury plus Pango Swashbuckle.
It really accelerates your farm too. I feel like we saw the other out game where they succeeded with Jug and Storm. The early Ags they weren't that strong when they got them because they're two heroes that really benefit late game from the Ags. Gyro, as soon as you get it, you farm faster.
Let's see, from Ob.Neon. They did get the Pango on their hands once again.
I think they really want to get heroes that can play fast tempo, invade that jungle of the Alchemist, like the tiny Nyx Assassin type 4 position stand out to me.
I'm thinking, could you flex the Furion and get Morphling for yourself? Because versus ET, actually, not really. It's good versus Alchemist, good versus Void Spirit and Gyro, but ET makes your life very hard.
And do we want them to get like a harder carry?
Normal carry. Yeah, you're right.
Go all in. This could potentially be their final game of the tournament. So you kind of want to go all out on the playstyle that you've made it this far with.
It just feels really rough playing a safe lane Nature's Prophet into Alchemist. I think I don't think I've seen that specific lane here at the Major, but on paper that shouldn't work very well.
And the Timber Saw for them is the last pick. They could put this versus Alchemist too. They could switch things up, put the Timber versus the Alchemist.
Put Skem maybe in that offlane on the Nature's Prophet, even though he's going to be playing more of that carry style.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, it's just swapping of lanes. A lot of teams have, like we saw EG doing that with Artesia, they're putting him in the offlane. And
the thing about this Timber Saw isn't necessarily only the laning stage, it's the fact that you can disrupt the Alchemist while he's farming the Agnims. You're like Bristleback in that last game.
Yeah,
you can go deep in the enemy lines, and Nature's Prophet, he's going to find it very, very easy to follow up because of the teleportation.
This will be their second Timber Saw played at this tournament. The first time was with Death against Alliance, and they did not manage to win that game. So maybe a little bit outside of their comfort zone for this one, perhaps.
You can see that they're banning out now the Pango counters and also another hero that PYW played. They just ban out that Rubik. I like the Grimstroke ban a little bit more. Rubik is like, okay, we've seen them play it, let's ban it out. But is it... It can be good versus Timber, don't get me wrong, but it's not like the counter to go for.
Well, we have both cat ladies still in the pool. Also, this would actually... Against Timbersaw, perhaps, good H separation game. We know that they like it a lot. And the region as a whole likes it. But we have not really seen it that much after the first couple of days.
Yeah, if they choose to put ET on position 4, they can definitely go for something like that. I'm waiting for the last ban. So far, Vici Gaming expected support last pick. And we agree with that, right? That's at least what it looks like. For Ob.Neon, play hard playing that for Pango, and they need a 5.
Neon. Okay. Here we go.
I like it. I like it a lot. This is, all of a sudden, you're going to be surrounded by so many heroes when you're Vici Gaming because everybody has a way to get across the map fast. It's going to be, if they play this right, it's going to be a very fast, high-tempo, high-kill game.
I just like it because it's their style. Like you said, it's a game in which you might be eliminated, so just go all out in your own comfort zone, in your own style. Yeah, I like it.
Is there anything that Vici Gaming can pick that can kind of put a stop to that potential aggression coming out from Ob.Neon?
I think it'd be nice to have something to stop the charge. Maybe right now they don't really have any reliable thing. I guess the Yule Scepter later on from Void Spirit, but
if you have to worry about that, right? Position 5 Spirit Breaker. I think Vici Gaming probably should just focus on rounding up their draft properly with position 4 or 5, depending on where they want to put the Elder Titan.
Yeah. Well, they don't need that extra minute to think about it. They will go for the Nyx Assassin.
Okay, we've seen this hero banned out quite a few times, recently picked up as well. And it's going to be PYW on ET, so Nyx 5.
Yeah, gives them a way, I guess, like they always seem to really value having at least some way to try and catch the puck a bit. Gives them a, from the supports. Like usually it's one of the hexes. Here we're looking at the Carapace Impale.
It's not the greatest one.
It's
I
not,
have to
I
say,
agree. Yeah.
Overall, I actually think that Ob.Neon, playing in their own style, have got Vici Gaming outdrafted a little bit. Considering what we've seen from Neon so far and what they've drafted.
This is their comfort zone.
Yeah, I don't think that Nyx is like the perfect pick for Vici Gaming, but it's pretty nice. Later on, the mana burn as well messes with Timbersaw, and that can come in handy.
Does that mean you favor Ob.Neon for this one?
You know, I went with Vici Gaming last time. I'm gonna go with Ob.Neon this time around.
Okay.
I'm hoping for Game 3.
It's a really good Timber pick. I think the Timber is not really addressed. There was no opportunity to address with what was left there. But I still have to go Vici Gaming. I think we just saw much more consistent Dota from them last game.
True.
I think overall they just look more solid. So, yeah, Vici.
It is so hard to go against Vici Gaming in this matchup because Vici Gaming is playing with their full roster. We saw them in the first game. They look very solid. For me, I'm still torn. I want to hear one more argument for each of you for your teams. Ob.Neon, why should I pick them, Lizard?
Yopaj is an idol.
Hi, this is Lorenzo from Dota 2 Pro Games. On this channel, every day, we upload Dota games from pros like Arteezy, Paparazzi, Miracle, and many more. If you want to play like them and understand their secrets, consider subscribing to this channel. You will increase MMR in no time. Also, liking this video is free and will help me bring you more and more content. Enjoy the game. Thanks.
Suddenly their offlane pretty much falls apart and you have a +0 on your side. So I like it because of that, but Vici Gaming obviously looking stronger on paper.
One argument for Vici?
I mean, Chinese Dotas kind of look like #1 here, you know. They've come prepared. They've been playing the best teams in the world based on what we're seeing here. At least their region as a whole has looked incredibly strong, and I think they've drafted to their comfort zone.
Okay.
So.
You're thinking SEA is going to go out?
At least this SEA team.
This SEA.
There's still other
the
SEA
one.
players, you know.
Yeah, they still have, okay, they can adopt
the
some other
spirit lives
teams.
on.
I'm
Yeah,
all
yeah.
down for that. Let's find out how this game 2 is going to play itself out together with B-Cup and Black.
Welcome back to the One Esports Major. Here with B-Cup and Black.
Neon is the team that I want to play on. They rejected my application, so I called my mom.
Wah, wah. And that's how his pro career ended, guys.
Oh, it was so quick. Such a quick end.
Feels bad, man.
Oh my God.
We've
We've been saving that up since the first week of DPC regionals, basically. Oh
Yeah.
God, we already know you guys are cringing over there. It's okay. We know that that's how we sell albums.
Look,
What we're gonna do.
They might be cringing, but right now out there's an album producer. He's hitting up my number right now. Like, in fact, I can hear my phone ring. That's not him, though. I'm gonna ignore that call. Sorry.
All right. From the rap careers and the albums into the game, Neon against Vici. Vici with a 1-0 lead. I need the inside info on these lanes, Black. Which one's standing out at you?
Mid lane, we have the same matchup as last game, but this Timbersaw last pick is a little bit scary. Like, Timbersaw against Alchemist is always a really good matchup, but they actually managed to dodge it here. And yeah, Timbersaw to being top now to get that preferred matchup, and if you can be in Alchemist lane and really pressure him out of it, the game is going to be very tough for VG here.
I really need a lot to go right for Neon. Obviously, they want to get to this third game if they can push it 1-1. Like, I'm just worried. I'm worried that the mentality might not be there after the first game, because first game for Vici seemed really good. Like, is that enough, like, mentality-wise, a game like that to shut you down coming into this second one?
It shouldn't be. Like, you're top 8 with a stand-in. I think they're in a very good space mentally. And the last game, Neon, that we saw, that was not the strongest Neon possible. Like,
Yeah.
we know they can be so much better. And I hope this game we get to see it, because I would really love to see a third game between those two different regions, because the playstyle is vastly different. It's very fun to see, like SEA and China clash.
It definitely felt like the Chinese teams have adapted pretty quickly as Yopaj getting low.
Oh, this time the other way around.
High ground. Yeah, it's almost first blood for Ori over Yopaj with a swap in heroes. I'm very interested to see how Death does here, because we've seen Timbers destroy games. Absolutely destroy games. They get to that point, they've got that shard, 1 or 2 items backing it up, and all of a sudden it feels like Timber just doesn't die and really can just stand in your face. Similar to what we were seeing Old 11 do in the last game with the Bristleback.
Yeah, they have some decent tools this game to deal with him. They have the Nyx Assassin, who's one of the best heroes against Timber. They have a Gyrocopter, who just deals a ton of single target magic damage. And of course, you have the Elder Titan with its aura that can potentially just amplify all that magic damage as well. So they can kill him. It's just they need to make sure he doesn't get out of control really early. Like once that hood comes up, he's going to be an incredibly tough kill.
Yeah, so we'll see how quickly he gets to that. How this Alchemist is going to play around this. Usually we see like Alch Void Spirit, that first axe is going to the Void Spirit at what, that like 12, 13 minute mark, right?
Yeah, today I've seen it even earlier. He was only level 8 at like minute 10 and he got an Aghanim Scepter. So we'll have to see how the Alchemist does here. The lane is very good for him. They definitely got the better out of the lanes here. Getting the Alchemist versus Prophet matchup. We'll have to see. Like Prophet can still deny a lot of creeps with his base damage.
Yeah.
The treants as well as the Blightstone.
Really need to make sure that they can secure the farm here for Old 11. Genuel, he charges in. He's not going to pay for that though. So I believe the stun was still on cooldown for the Nyx Assassin.
And it will be pretty much like last game. Like once the mid lane has reached level 6, we'll have to see where the rotations go. Like Void Spirit can gank a Timbersaw and kill him really efficiently. Mid lane should be just fine.
Yeah, it's nothing more than that. A little charge over, a little disruption.
Yeah, 3 heroes here from Neon to secure
again.
that rune. Yep. Good movements by the supports. Because Timbersaw, like, if you're playing with a Timbersaw, you can really just leave him alone, and the +4 is very free.
Right. So we'll see how that affects the mid lane, really, is what I want to know. If we're going to see more rotations, more aggression like that from Neon, because it certainly can be available for them.
Yeah, it's just Pangoli is not the strongest roamer pre-level 6. He's not a Shadow Shaman. He's not a Tusk, you know.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of utility coming out from him. General here, trying to set up for Rune Steal, but Void Spirit is moving in. And Y is doing the same thing.
A lot of damage. Trying to get that sleep, not going to get it. Waning Rift coming out from Yopaj. They've got the Silence TP out. And it is a couple of bounty runes there for Neon.
It's 3 for 2 actually in favor of Neon. They're now leading 1k gold. The landing phase is going very well. Just looking at the CS board, mid lane doing very well, and the Silence as well.
So the only reason I could see maybe Pango being able to rotate where he's maybe not as strong pre-level 6 is because you've got like a charge that can go into a swashbuckle. You put the 2 together if they can meet at the right times, which we were seeing from Vici with 2 other supports, obviously, with the TPs and the timings. Then I could see it happen. But right now they're going to just go with the puck as well as this Spirit Breaker. And all of a sudden, he's just gone. Like they use that Dream Coil, they charge in, and it's under the tier 1 tower. The immediate rotations from Vici are there to stop this from really being a problem. And Pango, he's finding himself low, not dead, but this is all of a sudden thin ice for Neon in this mid lane. And they're really trying to make something happen over mid. They finally get it done with the Wrath of Nature.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with the Spirit Breaker there. It was just, you know, I don't know, it was pretty pretty damn bad, honestly, but it turns out okay because they do get the Void Spirit after his aggression. Like, they thought they had way more damage than they actually did. He wasn't even below half, I think, after the Dream Coil. Like, Spirit Breaker is not a hero that deals a lot of damage.
Yeah, it was an odd position to want to charge into. A little too far. You're right there, ready for a rotation, a gank to come in. But all that being said, it's a 2K lead right now for Neon. They're rolling.
Oh yeah, they're doing fantastically on these side lanes. Like, and still, Void Spirit died, even though the initial gank was a little bit of a fail. But he still died to the Prophet ult, so now the side lane tower is gone. Neon is looking in a very good position here. Since when did they add an OB, by the way? They did not have that initially.
Right in time for this event.
Oh, I always confuse it with OG now.
It's going to be probably something that messes me up along the lines now that you've said OG. And now it's in my head.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to curse you.
It's cursed. It's over.
Yeah, it's done. You're done.
I've heard that. So, and this is another game where Neon have taken out a tier 1 tower pretty early on. Last game it was the Leshrac. This time it's the Timbersaw. And this time it's even earlier. Yeah. Which is,
let me just put it this way.
A bit surprising.
When Neon plays these weird-ish lineups with weird carries, that's really when they're at their best.
Right.
Like, they play way better this way than they do with like a traditional hard carry. Like, Schem is just so good on his Nature's Prophet. And last time I casted him, he was so damn rich. He was like 10k net worth ahead of the enemy carry at the end of the game. He definitely knows what he's doing on that hero.
Yeah, that was against Fnatic, right?
It was, yeah. They took that serious pretty easily.
And that's going to be something that they really need to look out for, is how well he's been playing this hero. It's honestly crazy being able to watch him go from that ultra kill we saw him get with Coddle early in the season to now he's playing it at the Major, playing in a 1 position spot after all the hardships that Neon have gone through, and he's still performing at such a high peak.
Yeah,
I'm really impressed with how he's played.
Previously. Like, he knows pretty much every role. He has been a 5-player, 4-player. Oh, good TP in Wrath of Nature, basically Finger of Death. That was the last bounce, I believe. So much damage from that. Easy kill.
Yeah, taking out PYW.
Alchemist though, we saw him farm a massive stack there. There was like 3-4 stacks. And now he's up towards the top of the network as well. However, the Gyrocopter is really struggling here. And he's the guy that you're looking for to deal all the damage. Come mid, come late game. And he's not really finding a good foothold in this game right now.
No, not nearly where he wants to be at the moment. You've, of course, got top of the net worth for the Dire side is old 11 on this Alchemist, but that's to be expected as he's trying to get that Ags and trying to get that big timing in for the Void Spirit, which not sure it's going to be as early as we would have thought, but it's not going to be too far off if this stays the way it is so far. Neon, if they put some pressure on, though, they can find an Alch 1 or 2 times, slow it down even more.
So the real question is he going to give it to the Void Spirit or the Gyrocopter? They're both fantastic Axe carriers. DY getting caught out here.
Blocks. Just the treants as Deville just puts it on and almost gets the kill onto the Nyx Assassin and finally finished off by Jean-Noel. The treant blocking there was really well done.
And he did not get the bounty rune on Nyx Assassin either. So all good for Neon here, now leading 3k gold against an Alchemist lineup, mind you.
Yeah. And that's due to the fact that what we're seeing right now is Alex the only one who's really securing a good amount of farm.
Yeah, this Gyrocopter is, I mean, he's a decent catch-up hero. He's even maxing Flag Cannon to just make sure that he can farm as well as possible. Ori actually getting picked off here on the bottom lane.
Yopaj getting the kill over bottom, and now they're looking for more. They're trying to get this Alchemist. This is exactly what I was talking about. Slow down this Axe, and that could become a problem for the side of Vici. They've gotten on top of this Nature's Prophet. They hit the sleep on it too. They do take out old 11, but they're going to lose Deville here. That is not someone you want to be losing at the moment. And again, trying to get into the Rolling Thunder, but the stun comes out from the Nyx Assassin. They'll use that charge. They've got a bash out on a Poyoyo, and with the help of Yopaj, they'll get another kill. They'll take out this Gyro. Neon, yeah, they lose the Nature's Prophet, but they still continue to roll. It is winter, and the snowball is going down the hill.
Yeah, I mean, they killed the Void Spirit before the fight even started, and then they killed the Alchemist as well as the Gyrocopter. They're getting all 3 cores in a single fight, now up 4k gold. And they're going to be in trouble here. Like, he will have to choose between either the Void Spirit or the Gyrocopter. They both need the Axe badly. He can only give it to one of them. They have Rolling Thunder.
going to try and Rolling Thunder in. They've got the Timber Saw to try and help. Death moving
No more
forward.
steps.
Can they land a sleep? Oh, all right. Two-man sleep. But I still think they're right on top of this Void Spirit. They need to be careful how much they're going to commit for this. Or, well, Death doesn't. It's only the Pango who really needed to, is they'll get the kill onto Ori, look for PYW, they use the Dream Coil. They're behind the Tier 2. It's 12 minutes in. PYW, he goes down. I mean, they're aggressing all over the Dire side of the map, and they have no fear in their eyes. There's nothing going for Vici.
Yeah, VG just can't really find a foothold here. They have Alchemist farming. Nyx Assassin doesn't really deal a whole lot of damage. And they just have severe damage problems right now against this Timber Saw. We said he's going to have a pretty free game, and he's putting that to the test here. Like, he is absolutely owning on this Timber Saw. 5k net worth ahead now. And the map is just getting smaller and smaller, harder and harder to play for VG here. They're even stealing the Ancient stack. Everything is going wrong for them. The Wido?
This is just
not
what you want to be seeing for Vici. Ether Remnant, they got him.
Nice. But they lost Poyo in return.
That's not a trade you want to be making. That is certainly not a trade you want to be making.
Yeah, that feels real bad here for the VG side. Poyo is just trying to farm away from the Alchemist because he knows the Alchemist is higher priority, but he's just putting himself into really dangerous scenarios here. The first Agon's finished. It's probably going to go to Void Spirit. They really need to make sure it pays off.
So 5 PYW once again, and this is a big problem for the Elder Titan. Outcomes over. I'm not sure what he's going to do here. They've got the Timber Saw joining in. Spike Carapace doesn't turn into anything. Ooh, good two-man stun. Poyo comes back into the fight, gets killed Januel, but the Timber Saw, do they have the damage to kill him? Astral Step across the bow as well to assimilate right on top of him. Rolling Thunder coming in. They had the Whirling Death. Hit onto a couple of these heroes as they
dead again.
Poyo once again, and they will take out Old 11. This is really falling apart at the seams here for Vici as they're going to lose DY. Triple kill for Dabil. And, I mean, Ori can only play Ring Around the Rosie. It seems like eventually he's going to get caught. He will get a kill on a Yopaj, but does he end up surviving getting back to the base? They want to charge on
spawning
him
in 10 seconds
here.
They need to be a bit careful. And Neon is really taking it to them. Damn. They're not letting VG breathe at all. Gyrocopter died back to back. He was the one who received the Agon Scepter, so he's still on top of the net worth, but it's very deceiving.
This is not looking good for Vici. I've said it 100 times already, and we're only... I've said the time a couple times too. 14 minutes into the game. This is not looking good. Neon, they look so pristine right now. Every lane going right. Their aggression going well. Something's got to give if Vici want to win this game.
And I think that answers your question regarding their mentality also. Like they can easily shrug off a bad loss.
Death just trying to take a tier 2 up towards top. Has some help from the Treants. And
Alchemist again, yeah?
Dream Coil used. Can they snap the coil? Of course, a charge, 17%. That equals 100%. They'll get the kill on Old 11. Death has got another one.
Yeah, 17% of the time, 100% of the time it hits. Or whatever the saying was. I wouldn't know. I don't play luck-based heroes. I'm a pure skill player.
I'm not skill at all. I don't know what that would be. Just a guy who plays the game.
Well, the charge is coming through here. He does have ultimate as well. Good impale.
Good stun. That's going to save Poyo for a little bit longer, but I don't know if it's going to save his life completely. The Thunder coming in as well as Yopaj trying to come through. Aether Remnant lands on a Dabil. He's in a little bit deep, but it's not going to matter. They get the kill to the Gyrocopter. They look over at the Nature's Prophet. They get the kill. They'll end up making a trade. Earth Splitter hits, but it's not doing enough. Charge in all the way through onto Ori as well as the ult. Good stun coming out from DY once again. They're trying to push back the Neon side, who is continuing to jump further and further down the throats of Vici. The question is, can Vici spit him out? They get the kill to play hard, and now PYW ends up falling. Januel, can he get out of this? I think he can. I don't know if Vici really want to chase. They don't feel comfortable in these fights at all.
Yeah, that being said though, the fight was quite good for them. Prophet TP'd in way too aggressively, gets taken out immediately. He doesn't have... Oh, another Dream Call, the only Alchemist.
Oh no, Old 11 once again. He's caught out. Aether Remnant lands out of the Timber Saw. That's not who you want. You want to play hard, but you're not going to get him. DY tries to help out this Void Spirit, and look at the damage still coming in from both Yopaj and Dabil. They're going to get another one. Now they look over PYW. Yopaj is behind the Tier 2 tower again. Johnny will end up surviving. They've got the Chakram thrown out. Death now pushing even further onto the Dire side. Come up empty-handed.
This is the Neon we love. Really just throwing their aggression into the face of VG. And for now, VG is somewhat defending. They're still only 6k down. And you know, if you stabilize at like a deficit, it's usually a pretty good sign for you that you're doing a decent job at just defending your own heroes.
Can Neon keep this up? Because these fights aren't clean. They are getting kills, but they'll lose Dabil a couple times. Like, the fights aren't exactly looking immaculate for them.
It's risky business because every time they dive there, like, the heroes are still very squishy. Nature's Prophet really needs that BKB in order to play very aggressively into their face. The only real tanky hero here is the Timber Saw. Puck can still easily die, and so can the rest of the lineup. So, as you said, they need to be careful. Things can still go wrong here.
Up top, and that's going to leave him vulnerable. Jean-Noel needs to get into the trees, try and find himself out of vision, but it's not happening. They'll get the kill here, and it will be for Old 11.
They're all rotating in. There's a lot of potential for a really big coil here.
They're looking to charge up that stun. They've got the Astro Step moving forward. Leopaj setting up. He's got a two-man Dream Coat coming through on Old 11 as well as Poyoyo. They're looking over as Timber Chain across the bow of this Jungle. Once again, they might have the damage to finally kill off this Timber Saw, and they do! It's PYW who gets the kill, but Poyoyo falls once again. Yopaj cleaning him up. The Rolling Thunder coming in as well as the Swashbuckle, but play hard.
There's the Prophet.
Really hit with that Swashbuckle. They've got the Aether Remnant. They'll lock down, play hard, getting that kill into the Pangolier. And again, it's fight after fight from Neon, but every single time Vici are kind of chipping away at maybe a turnaround. Three heroes dying in that full exchange.
Yeah, it was 6k, now it's 4k. The Nature's Prophet did not feel confident joining that fight. Like, he's still very brittle. He's on his way to finish his BKB though. Needs 1,000 gold to do that. Then after that, they don't really have the best ways of dealing with him. So I expect a lot more aggression out of them once that BKB is finished. But until then, I think they need to slow down a little bit here. They're throwing away a little bit too many bodies. Because these exchanges, sure, you kill the gyrocopter, but it's still a good trade for VG here.
This is trades that I think are deceiving. You see Neon get a couple of kills, and then you think it's going all right for them, but, well, Vici, they're the ones who make it end up working out. DY ends up dead to death. That's Dream Coil used, though, just for the Nyx Assassin.
It's okay to use a Dream Coil on a hero like that, because the cooldown is very short. And as I said, they want to wait for their BKB, so it makes perfect sense that they used it there. As I say that, though, Death, very aggressive posture here. They want to take all the bounty runes. And they get 3 of them.
Yeah, they want to make sure that this Alchemist is not getting, the min-maxing that he would like. And they'll find Ori. The question is, can they kill him off? Astro Step to try and get some distance, but look at the ult coming in for Jean-Noel. It's not going to be used just yet. Yule's up into the air. Dissimulate to get some distance. Not looking likely. Ult hits here from Jean-Noel. They've got the charge. They'll have the damage. They'll get the kill on Ori, and they will take out the Void Spirit once again.
Yeah, make it look easy. And BKB flying out to the Nature's Prophet. Now he's ready to fight. He's going to be super strong in this next fight. You see the Nature's Prophet, net worth on par with the Gyrocopter, even though he was gifted an Aghanim Scepter. Oh, DY potentially in trouble here. He's fine. Just TP out. Sometimes the best option available. Another Ag Scepter finished. Giving it to the Void Spirit here. But it leaves Alchemist with literally 0. Like, he's gonna be just a glorified support from this point on.
And that was gonna be my next question. Like, yeah, you're getting these 2 cores bumped up, but having 3 supports now, like, Alk can get some things that might help as time goes on. Like, he's not someone who's gonna be lacking gold to maybe get some support items, but is it gonna be enough?
I will have to see. Like, they need to start winning some team fights on the back of those 2 axe upgrades, and they're smoking up right away.
They want to go for this. They've got the smoke. They're going to stun up, or charge up the stun on the Alchemist. They've got the Aether in as well.
It's a lot of damage.
The Impale and the Earth Splitter. Look at the damage coming into the death, but it's not going to be enough. They've got the charge coming into the Alchemist. Hold 11. He just melts. Dream Coil lands onto 2. It's onto both the Nyx Assassin as well as the Elder Giant. They're going to get the kill here onto DY. They'll finish off PYW. 3 heroes dead. That almost felt like a last-ditch effort from Vici, and they don't even kill the Timbersaw.
Yeah, they went all in on the Timbersaw. Kind of reminds me of last game when Neon always went all in onto the Bristleback. Very similar scenario here. He lives on like a sliver of health, gets his Magic Stick, Lotus Orb off, and they lose 3 heroes for nothing. Now into the Roche Pit for Neon. Its Aegis should be going to the Prophet, and they're just snowballing out of control here. 8k gold ahead against an Alchemist. Looking in a really good position to take this game here.
Yeah, this is already Neon with 1 foot over the finish line, looking to cross the ribbon and clean it up.
And I'm just really happy that we see this kind of Neon here. I told you guys before the game started, Neon can be so much better than they were in game 1, and they're really showing it here. They're up to the task of beating one of China's best teams.
Yeah, which, again, if you guys are just joining in the middle of the tournament, like Vici was a wild card team. That's how much depth is in the Chinese region. Like you think of Vici as one of the top teams in China, and they're coming in from a wild card position, which shows a lot about the region and really shows a lot here about Neon, that they're really holding their own and just destroying the second game so far.
Yes,
BKB on Gyrocopter. On a Poyoyo. Questioning whether or not he needs to use it. The stun is thrown on a death. Ori over to the side, maybe thinking about jumping in with an Astro Step as well. The Aether Remnant. Waning Rift on the 2. Hold their ground for now. Not just in on either side just yet.
Just whacking away at the tower. Slowly but surely getting it. And Puck is just playing with them.
Yeah.
Making them feel a little bit uncomfortable, you know. Stay on your toes, guys. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, this was the combo that we saw against Fnatic do really well. It was Deville on the Nature's Prophet and Yopaj on the Puck, where Yopaj ended up saving that game when Deville kind of found his positioning to not be ideal and, you know, fell in that Divine Rapier and everything that was going on in that first game of that series.
Yeah, they
So
definitely
they really
complement
feel
each other
comfortable.
very well. But this time, Prophet once more is just... I can't believe he's ahead of net worth, even though they were gifted Aghanim Scepters. Like, that's how rich he is. Another game of just being filthy rich for Scam, the BL2000 here. Maybe, you know, it's just time to ban a hero from him. Coil missed. Small mistake here. But, of course, low cooldown, so they can reset quite easily.
Yes, they don't need to wait too long to get that reset coming in, but it is given time here for Vici. The question is it enough time? Because they're really not doing a lot with the map, but it is something.
What map? They have no map.
Yeah. Aether Remnant, look at the damage come out onto Play Hard. Charge over, though. They're going to try and get a trade here onto Ori. Gets low. He's not dead just yet. Waning Rift as well as Yopaj just trying to get a kill here. He is in and out. He is very hard to catch and making Vici's lives a living hell dealing with this Puck.
Yeah, I mean, they have a good hero against Puck, the Nyx Assassin, but he's just playing very well around the Nyx right now. Like, he's never getting caught by a Carapace, pushing out waves perfectly here. And Yopaj, another, you know, really good performance. He has really been getting better and better as the tournament progressed. Very impressed by him. And just Neon as a whole, really. Like, all of them are just playing so well right now.
Well, I think this goes back to your point about players playing better with pressure. Because if you're playing with the stand-in, you had to change your stand-in, the pressure is certainly on your top guys to make something happen. And that's Yopaj. That's, you know, that's Deville. These are two guys that really need to not only play well, but step it up. And they've done so.
Charging PYW here. Yeah, I completely agree with you. But perhaps there could be another reasoning, you know, like sometimes when you have no expectations, there's no pressure on you. So perhaps that's why Neon is playing so well, because, you know, you don't expect like too much of yourself when you play with a stand and when you're forced into a bad position. You just want to play the best Dota that you can. And it might be even helping them to alleviate some of the pressure.
Dream Coil
here,
through
Prophet TP in.
Ori. They've got the Prophet
Nice.
being in. Did he get it perfect? Yeah, with the Yules, but I don't know if that's even going to be enough. It's impressive from Uri, but still lacking what he needs to escape from that situation.
The demo mode practice coming in handy there, but Spirit Breaker still too much. Getting a perfectly timed charge. And he just gets killed pretty easily here on the Void Spirit still. Too much damage coming off from the Prophet.
Yeah. And I mean, he's got 17K net worth. He's really hitting hard. He's going into the Daedalus. He's really going to be tough to deal with. They need to find a way to get on top of this Nature's Prophet, and it's hard as it is with a puck in your face.
Gyrocopter again
They're
here.
immediately on to Poyoyo. They're going to pop this BKB.
Getting
Charges
bashed.
and clips himself, and it's only a cosplay for a second of Cliff Teasy. They will get the kill out of Poyoyo. The Rolling Thunder comes out, and that's going to land on the DY. They've got the Timber Chain as well as the damage to follow it up of all 5 heroes to kill off DY and get 2.
And his Nature's Prophet damage is absolutely insane. So much magic damage and physical damage coming out from this item build. And it's not an item build that we see too often. Like, he's going into Witchblade, into Maelstrom. That is just 2 different sources of magic damage. Death getting slapped up, but he's really tanky. Guardian Greaves, Lotus Orb, Hood. Nigh unkillable here. And you know, even if they get on top of this Prophet, I'm not sure they can kill him. He has BKB, he has AC. Where's the damage gonna come from?
They have to catch him on a down moment, but 10-second BKB, he's willing to hold it pretty late. They're going to try and go on to death. Do they have the damage again with the sliver? And it's just not enough. They'll get the kill on a PYW. These heroes have to retreat on Vici. They'll give up the tier 3.
Another stun on Death.
Comes out.
They have no damage to kill him right now. They need to wait for the Gyrocopter. Probably have to give up on Rex here. See if Neon plays it safe.
Impale missing.
They will. 15k gold ahead now. Man, Neon is playing. Wow, he actually finished Aghanim Scepter on Spirit Breaker. He's so rich on the +5. 7.5k
really
net worth.
Yeah, well, and that's with an Alk. I understand. I really do. That he's given away 2 Ags, but he has found nothing really more. Like,
Well, he found a Blink Dagger, but
nothing to supply himself.
He's just not tanky anymore. Like, you give away so much gold, and they didn't really win teamfights on the back of that gold that he gave away, and now he's just finding himself in a position where he can't really teamfight anymore, which we have seen quite a bit of times in the league when Alchemist was picked. That's the risk of running that hero as offlane. You know, when your factory shuts down because you violated in terms of service, that's him right now.
Can't produce anything more.
Exactly.
Look at the charge coming in with the Ags. They go after Poyoyo. Astro Step to try and cut down the distance and maybe catch this Spirit Breaker, but it is not finding a home here for Ori. It's such a contrast to last game where we saw Vici do everything right, and now you're watching Neon. On the flip side, they're doing everything right so far. Things looked a little bit shaky when they were diving, 10 minutes ago, but they've solidified their lead. They've really stabled it up. They're good to go.
DY stealing the bounty runes here. I really like what you said there. Like, they were feeling themselves a little bit too much, and they also realized that. Stealing both bounty runes here in front of Scam. A small victory there. And killing his courier too. Oh, yes.
Oh, my God.
Let's go. The ultimate taunt, man. Right, you want this bounty rune? Nah. This one, maybe? Nope. And the courier too. Let's go. But nothing on it, fortunately for them. So he's not going to be too frustrated with this. And he's a prophet anyway. He can just fly globally. Cause, why not?
It's the glimmer. Glimmer of hope right there from DY. Still getting couriers, still swiping bounty runes, doing everything he can to make sure that his team is still in it by a slim margin if they can with these bounties. Anything he can do to help, that's the proper mentality here from the 5 position to DY.
5-man smoke coming out here, but it's a very obvious smoke. They're not pushing out any lanes. And of course now it's already given away. They're taking the outpost under the smoke. But they're taking quite a bit of damage here on the bot tower. It's catapult. And now counter smoke.
Oh no, they might catch him coming over the mid. Close. Not caught though. Oh, I say that, But now they've got the Rogue Thunder coming in as well as the charge. The Impel's going to land into the Spirit Breaker, but look at the stuns coming through. That hits on both the Nyx Assassin as well as the Alchemist. They get the kill on Ob.Neon as well as
coil.
Coil landing on both the Void Spirit as well as the Gyrocopter Poyoyo as well as Ori. Need to be careful, but Neon are the ones retreating. DUI did buy back. Neon will not chase too far. This is an elimination game for them, and we talked about the mentality going into an elimination series. Now you're on your last life.
Yep.
You'll want to sit back a little bit. Yeah,
Game over if you lose this
could've
one.
Maybe dove in. Hold on.
Yes. You gotta play it. I love the discipline coming out here from Neon. Like, they're a team who used to be very, you know, in over the head, maybe a little emotional even. Sometimes they feel themselves a little too much, going a little too deep, and throw away their advantage. But this time, very disciplined. Just an overall, almost perfect game here coming from Neon.
They've really stepped up to the plate here. Down to their last strike, and they're not letting the ball get past them. So they back off a little bit, giving Vici maybe an opening to go for something. They're going to Astro Step as well as the Aether ending onto the Spirit Breaker, but not landing everything. However, they'll still get the kill. Got Dream Coil available, and that just comes through on a 3. That's going to land. They've got the kill on the
Yopaj, no
DUI.
phase shift.
The previous fight, Yopaj, he's got himself silenced, but he ends up phase shifting. Is he gone? He'll blink away. He'll Illusory Orb as well. And while that's happening, Poyoyo and Ob.Neon, they're both killed off, and they found themselves Ori. It looks like it's going to be a 4th. He'll try to dissimulate. He'll try to Astral Step the Illusory Orb over with the Dag, and the shield crash right on top of him. And he will die. 4 heroes dead on the side of Vici. Potentially just the 2 letters ready to come.
We are just waiting for it at this point, really. Nature's Prophet with this item build pushes buildings insanely fast. We'll see if they go for mega creeps or want to start to poke tier 4s a little bit. But like, just from the posture of Neon and the way they've played this game so far, probably going for the megas. Yep.
He takes the buildings at a decent chunk when he's got the treants to work with him.
Yeah, I mean, it's Daedalus too. There's just so much damage coming out from this Prophet. They're glyphing. Void Spirit is up at 10, but they cannot defend it out there. Can they? They're actually backing off here on Radiant, playing it very conservatively because Roshan is up. Just want to make absolutely sure they don't make a single mistake from this point on.
Yeah, it might
Great
be
mentality,
frustrating
honestly.
to some, but this is the right move.
Definitely. You take the Roche, Aegis Cheese, suddenly your advantage is almost like unlosable. Perfect move. Good on Neon.
I really like to see the patience with them, and they understand their scenario right now, and it's something that some teams struggle with, pulling off the gas, and they've done it right. I really, especially the situation they're in, I think that's a really good move there as Courier goes down, and that's going to be a Courier dead for 3 minutes 15 for Poyoyo. Nothing can really put itself together for him. He does have the Ags, Satanic, and you know, the BKB as well as that Maelstrom, but I don't know if that's enough.
He can sustain himself quite well. It's just he doesn't really deal a lot of damage yet. He needs like another 2 items. Probably the Divine Rapier, and then they have a realistic chance of winning this game. It's just, do they have enough time for that? Probably not. Neon knocking on the doors here with 30k net worth lead now. Just waiting for the Prophet to pick up all the bounty runes, and then he's going to be joining the fight momentarily. So what are we looking for here?
Some more
We need a really big ET ult. Like a really good ET ult, maybe a Storm setup into a good Impale. Like, we need something, like, we need a miracle at this point, basically.
Yeah. This isn't a team that's going to be standing still for you to hit a 5-man stomp. That is just not a team that's in that kind of positioning.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but they'll have to put something out of their head. Maybe if Neon is too defensive also, there's the chance that Gyrocopter will eventually get enough money for that Rapier, and then perhaps they have a chance with that. But knowing Neon, they should be trying to end this game soonish.
Yeah, up 32,000.
Take a lot of damage on.
Throw that stun out, and again,
Dipper.
Death not dead. Gets the Guardian Greaves off. How many times are we going to watch this story? Because it feels like it's been on repeat for the last couple of weeks. They will not kill off Death, but they will finish
The
off
damage.
Poyoyo. They'll look towards the rest. Bought back here on the gyro coming to go over to the Void Spirit. Ori up into the air with the Yules, but Death is right on top of him, using that Timber Chain to get the kill. They'll end up taking out Ori. They'll buy back on this Void Spirit. Death low once again, and now we'll finally lose that Aegis, but it's just the Aegis. They're up 40k. They're looking to reinitiate once they've got their Timbersaw back up. Look at the damage coming in from Death, or coming in onto Death once again. He's low once more, but still not dying. I've said it 4, I've said it 5, maybe 6 times about this Timbersaw. He will not go down again, and they will call GG. We're even at 1.
Again.
Hi, this is Lorenzo from Dota 2 Pro Games. On this channel, every day, we upload Dota games from pros like Arteezy, Paparazzi, Miracle, and many more. If you want to play like them and understand their secrets, consider subscribing to this channel. You will increase MMR in no time. Also, liking this video is free and will help me bring you more and more content. Enjoy the game. Thanks.
From the beginning, taking that early tier 1 to transitioning into just this hero that was not going to die. It was really amazing what we saw from Neon, and I'm super impressed by their work. It felt like a game that Neon weren't going to lose once they kind of pulled it back and played a little bit more conservative. I'm really happy that we get to see a game 3 here. And, well, we got to break this one down a little bit more. And to break it down for you is the panel. Throw it back over to you guys. Take it away.
Thank you. And yeah, that was the Ob.Neon that we gotten used to seeing over the last few days. We said the draft was in their comfort zone, and if they were to win, it would be in a fantastic ultimate Ob.Neon style. And that's what happened. We were not really expecting